Welcome to Understand All. I'm your host, Aslekeir Gairleif. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey into the world of the Internet of Things and the pressing question on everyone's mind. Is privacy dead? So, buckle up and get ready for an eye-opening exploration. Imagine this. You're sipping your morning coffee, chatting with your spouse about your day ahead when suddenly, your toaster chimes in, "Hey, don't forget you've got that big presentation today." Sounds like a scene from a sci-fi movie, right? Well, in the era of the Internet of Things, or IoT, this might not be so far-fetched. You see, according to Statista, by 2025, we'll have over 75 billion devices worldwide, all connected and collecting data about our lives. 75 billion. That's more than 9 devices for every single person on Earth. It's like having a digital shadow that grows larger with every passing second. But here's the kicker. A staggering 98% of all IoT device traffic is unencrypted. Yes, you heard that right. It's like leaving your diary open on the kitchen table for anyone to read. And it gets worse. Palo Alto Networks found that 57% of IoT devices are vulnerable to medium or high severity attacks. That's like giving hackers a key to your digital front door. So, what exactly are these devices collecting about us? Well, pretty much everything. From your smart thermostat, knowing when you're home, to your fitness tracker monitoring your heart rate, IoT devices are gathering intimate details about your life. It's no wonder the International Data Corporation predicts that by 2025, these devices will generate a mind-boggling 79.4 zettabytes of data. That's enough information to fill trillions of libraries. But it's not just the sheer volume of data that's concerning. It's also how people feel about it. The Internet Society found that 63% of consumers believe connected devices are creepy in the way they collect data. Creepy. Like that nosy neighbor who always seems to know a little too much about your personal life. And yet, despite these concerns, we keep inviting these devices into our homes and lives. It's the ultimate trade-off, convenience for privacy. But is it worth it? Is the ability to preheat your oven from your phone really worth giving up your intimate data? This is where the trust tightrope comes in. According to the Internet Society, only 20% of consumers trust IoT devices to protect their privacy. 20%. That's like playing Russian roulette with your personal information. And with the number of IoT cyber attacks increasing by 300% in 2019 alone, as reported by F-Secure, it's no wonder trust is wearing thin. But it's not all doom and gloom. Governments and regulators are starting to take notice. The United Nations Conference on Trade and Development found that 66% of countries have enacted some form of data protection legislation. It's like the digital cavalry is slowly but surely coming to the rescue. But legislation alone isn't enough. We, as consumers, need to take control of our IoT privacy. And that starts with awareness. A shocking 70% of consumers are unaware of how their IoT devices collect and use data, according to the Internet Society. It's time to lift the veil and understand exactly what we're inviting into our lives. So, what can we do? First, let's get interactive. I want you to pause for a moment and count how many smart devices you have in your home. Got your number? Now, consider this. Each one of those devices is a potential doorway into your personal life. It's time to start closing those doors. Start by looking at the privacy settings on your devices. Disable any features you don't absolutely need. If your smart speaker doesn't need to know your location, turn that setting off. It's like putting a lock on that digital door. Next, consider investing in devices with built-in privacy features. Look for products that offer end-to-end encryption or have a physical mute button for microphones and cameras. It's like adding an extra layer of security to your IoT fortress. But perhaps most importantly, we need to demand better from IoT manufacturers. They need to prioritize privacy and security from the ground up, not as an afterthought. It's time for a privacy by design revolution in the IoT world. And that brings us to the future. As we hurtle towards a world of 75 billion connected devices, the question remains, is privacy dead? Well, it's certainly on life support, but with awareness, action, and a commitment to putting privacy first, we can revive it. Imagine a future where your smart home respects your privacy as much as it anticipates your needs. Where your data is treated as the valuable commodity it is, not just a byproduct to be exploited. That's the future we should be striving for. So, as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with a challenge. Take a hard look at your IoT devices. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Is the convenience worth the cost to my privacy? If the answer is no, it might be time to unplug. Remember, in the Internet of Things, you're not just a user, you're a data point. Let's make sure it's a data point we're proud of. Until next time, stay curious, Stay secure and keep fighting for your right to privacy in the digital age. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Understand All. I hope this deep dive into the world of IoT privacy has given you some food for thought. Remember, stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay in control of your personal data. Until next time, I'm Aslekeir Gairleif, signing off.